Welcome to episode 9 of Simon Says for Leyton House. In this episode, we're going to be going darker in a colour correction method. The model is blonde on the ends and we're going to take it dark all the way through. We're going to go through our techniques and how to do this very technically, but we're going to give it a commercial reality. So we're going to go back in a time frame in the salon so you can use that back in your chairs. I hope you enjoy this episode. Thanks. This is my model, Nicole. In this episode, we're going back darker. So it's a color correction technique. We can do that a few different ways. We can put pigment back into the hair and do it in a two-step process. Put the pigment in, put the color on over the top, and then we get our result. Today, we're going to be working with the Leyton House Velvet and Liqueur collections. So they're colors that have built-in filler, which is fantastic. We can do this on a commercial level in one step in the salon. So really excited to see a result. We're heading to a level 7. So it's going to be a beautiful, rich color and really enhance Nicole's look. With Nicole's hair, we are colouring back. So we're doing a colour correction where we're putting depth back into the hair. There's two scenarios we could have here and use. Leyton House has a great technical manual which has all of that information in it. Option A is the 021 series, which is the Velvet series. So they have built-in fillers in them, which is just a coup. You know, we can change the way we do color correction. We're going to get a nice, natural, believable result, and it's in one process. So for me, working behind the chair like you, that's gold to me. We can work in a time frame that we can make lots of money and quickly. Option 2 would be to fill the hair with pigment. So again, you can refer to the technical manual on this. What we would be doing if we wanted more of a fashion shade, we would need to fill this hair with the underlying pigment of a level 8. So remember, we're going to a level 7, so we're going to use that 8 color, which is gold, to fill back. So you drop that one shade, we're going to an 8.3, and equal parts with water that goes into the hair. We dry it in the hair, and then we put our target color over the top of that. So it is an extra process. But if we're going warmer or more of a fashion shade, that's what I would recommend. Today we're getting a beautiful, lush, velvety color, and we're going to do it in one step. So what we mixed up today was the 7.021 with 1.5. The reasoning for going to 1.5 on this root area, we don't want to lift that. We don't want to lift it. Remember, the color has built-in lift already. So we want to keep that developer level lower, and that is going to get consistency in our color. So we've gone a 1 to 2 mix with the 1.5 as well. So what we're going to do is go on a big regrowth. You can see the hair here, it gets quite light at this level. So what we're going to do is come up over that, get all the way through, starting at the back panel, front, and then we're going to come through and put it through the ends. We're going to use a porosity filler for that as well, and that's going to go into the hair on the ends. That's going to keep our porosity nice and even for a better color result. What I want to do there is just get it on the regrowth, literally, and stretching it out. So stretching it out that little bit further over that darker hair, and I'll get great consistency through that section. Nice small sections, really clean work. All-purpose 6-in-1 is going to be my porosity filler. So this has all manner of ways to use, and we can use it as a styling product today. It is a porosity filler. Porosity filler literally does that. So it evens out the porosity in the hair, and we get an even color result. So I'm just going to spray a little bit on overall, and if it feels a little dry as I go, I'll just spray over those pieces if it drinks it up. So be pretty liberal with it. What I tend to do when I'm doing hair like this is just comb that through with a wide tooth comb. And you can see that the comb just glides through there. It's beautiful. The beauty of this product is we can spray, as I said, and it's quite a fine mist. I can get it on my hand and it forms a cream, which I think is amazing. And then I can just rub that through my hands and then apply that to the ends, like a ponytail, so past the ponytail. And just working that through the hair. So, you know, the world's your oyster. You do what you want with it. You know, it's there designed to do that, but that's its point of difference. And I think a visual thing for a client, that's an amazing thing when it has two purposes like that, or two applications. All right, time to get the ends on now. So you can see my regrowth application. It's a regrowth stretch out. So I've gone right out over that darker hair and I'm left with the lighter hair. I've got porosity equalizer on the end, so it's nice and combable. And I'm going to put the same mix of color on there. The development time, the overall development time is 30 minutes. So we're working toward that. So I went straight after. I didn't have to put it on for 20 minutes and then last 10. I want the maximum amount of pigment going in there, so I'm going straight into the ends. I think the thing is, fine sections is really important and plenty of product. Because you don't want to get this rinsed off and have a piece miss. So it's really important to be super thorough with color correction, especially with color correction. Work it through the hair. It's nice creamy consistency, so it's not hard to get it all the way through the hair. I like to work with it with a wide tooth comb, just combing that through, and then I know that I've got a little bit on every hair. Simon says top tip is always be really liberal in your application when colouring back. Okay, we're going to use some Heat Protect. It's obviously a heat protectant that's going to protect the hair while I blow dry it. We're going to blast dry the hair. I'm going to use my hands and like a wrap dry, blow it around. I don't want to really add any volume because the hair's pretty thick, so that's why I'm using Heat Protect. It has no hold, it's just about protection. Then I'm going to get a tong. I'm just softly going to tong the hair, just make it look really believable, lived-in hair, not prom hair. So we'll get cracking and spray it in. I'll comb this through as well. I think it's important to get your product all the way through to the ends. Round brush blow dry. Fuzz fighters are filling that void for me. Nice brush, lightweight, and great to handle the hair. All I want to do with this though is just give it a bit of polish. So as I said, I'm going to tong it. I just like to give the hair a little bit more work before I start to use the heat. So just finishing it off. The hair's just about dry. I'm just running it through, getting lots of control on the hair, coming through afterwards with my blow dryer, always pointing it down the hair shaft so I'll get a smoother finish. So we're going to do a little bit of tonging. So I've blow dried the hair, got a little bit of body in it, but not too much. The hair's quite fine, but loads of it, so there's plenty there. So what I'm going to do now is just roll it horizontally, wrapping it around, leaving the ends out. Just move that slightly, roll it in, roll it out, and then count to 10. Once I hit 10, it's got to be consistent, and I just let that fall out. So tonging quite large sections, wrapping horizontally, leave the ends out, roll it in, and back out. I like to move it so I get no mark on the hair. I'll count to 10 as I do it, and keep that really consistent, that time frame, and you just get this nice little bend in the hair. When I brush that out, it'll just be a nice soft wave. color correction, coloring darker. This is Nicole and our finished result. Really happy at the shine, the level of shine and the consistency of color. Remember, this is a one-step process with the built-in filler in the tint, which I think is a game changer. So if you remember, the end's quite light through here, so we've got this beautiful continuity in color and some movement with the wave. So really happy with the result, as I'm sure you are. So yes, good. So thanks very much for looking at this this episode, and we look forward to making many more videos with you, with Simon Says and Leyton House. Thanks guys, see you soon. Nice one.